have the free will to say whatever you want to say. Hey folks, I am back once again. Loving this wonderful day, folks, of the R211, folks. I know the last time I had mentioned in regards to the base order and the production order, but I will get into more into that also. We, as of now, at the recap, we do know that there are about 535 cars of the R211A with the R211T 20 car, and then you got the 75 car R211S, which combines 535 cars. Now, the MTA has approved that production order back in October 2022 in regards to the first option order, which will be 640 cars, folks. Now, let's talk about the option order. Now, there are a lot of people, folks, that have mentioned about the option order, and of course the option 2 order, which will be the 537 cars, which will be possibly R211T. Hasn't been decided yet. It could be R211A. Who knows? It all depends how the R211T does in regards to its testing. So from there, we'll definitely know what's going to happen with the R211T, if it's going to head to the second option order. But right now, the option 1 order has been approved as of October of 2022 by the MTA. They have decided to move forward with that order. Sorry, folks. So, let's see. We do know part of that order is going to the ANC, since the MTA has decided to actually make the C train as a full length. Now, people have stated that, the R211, or better yet, the R79 will be heading to East New York, which will be the 4-car sets that were on the C line, because they're trying to make the C train as a 5-car set, the same as the A, which makes sense, of course. I mean, there's been a lot of growth in New York, of course, and I know it was slow before with the COVID back in 2020, but now it's trying to pick up now, regards to the past, to the customers, riding, these trains every day. Now, the option order 1, which will be the one that consists of 640 cars. I know many people have a lot of disagreements in regards to that. Either the train heading to Jamaica yards or heading to Coney Island yards, as well as the Concourse yards, which of course the Jamaica yards consists with the E, F, R, and of course the M has been stored there with the R160s, but they're not really maintained there. They're mostly in Fresh Meadows or in the East New York yard. So, they're only there for storage only, I guess to make it easier when it's like the rush hour time for them to actually access the R160s for the M train there in Jamaica yards. Especially since the M train usually works on the weekday mostly. And when the R train, has its assistance on the local side, which we do know the E and F train works express most of the time in the Queens Boulevard line. Now, we do know that the R160 there is 100%, which of course they actually took them from Coney Island due to the CPT that has happened in Queens Boulevard, so they had to actually displace the R46 that used to be on the F and R line, but mostly on the R. And they were sent to Coney Island for the NQ and W. Now, I understand many of you disagree in regards to the R211 heading to Jamaica. Well, let's look at it this way, folks. Queens Boulevard line is one of the busiest lines of what I've seen. Riding that line for so many years. I know it's slowed down a little bit in COVID, but if you still look at it compared to all the other lines, Queens Boulevard is one of the busiest lines. And that's the reason why they wanted to implement the CPT equipment there in Queens Boulevard, because they knew how busy the line was. And I know the CPT started back on the L line, you know, on Canarsie, but then they went with Queens Boulevard for the E, F, and R line, and the M, of course, that's there. And they implemented the, you know, the installation of the CPT on the R160s. And of course, they wanted to grab them out from Coney Island to make it easier to have them all stored in that yard. But this is the thing, folks. I understand you guys could, you know, come to me and disagree. You know, you guys have your own opinion, okay? You guys have the free will to say whatever you want to say. I totally understand, folks, if you disagree with me.